So first, let's talk about things you can do in the moment when you're getting triggered, when you're getting stressed, in that moment where you feel that coming up. What can you do? So the first thing is ask yourself a couple of questions. Now, this is one of the easiest things you can do. First of all, ask yourself, does this really matter? Or is this going to matter in 5 years? Now, some stuff, yeah, it really does. It really does. And so it is valid. But there's a lot of other stuff that we stress out about that when we really come down to it, oh my gosh, it so doesn't matter, right? So maybe I go get breakfast and they forget to put something on my something or whatever, right? I get the wrong order or it's messed up. It's not exactly the right way, the way I want it. Is that really something to really get stressed over? Or does it really matter? It really, in the long term, isn't a big deal. It really doesn't make a difference. A lot of the stuff that we get stressed out on a day-to-day basis by, really, when we really sit back and think about it, it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter in 5 years. We're not even going to remember this event in 5 years. So that's one of the questions you can ask yourself. Another question is, what's really happening right now? What actually happened? So many times when something happens, it's not just the event that stresses us out, it's the story that we tell ourselves about the event. So let me give you an example of that. Let's say I'm driving down the road and somebody cuts me off in traffic to the point where I have to slam on my brakes to avoid hitting this person. And I get stressed out, right? There's that instant response of, oh my God. And then there's this whole thing about how dare this person do that? I can't believe they risked my life and they risked my car and they risked their car and they risked their life and they're dangerous and they're hazardous and they shouldn't be out on the road. But what's really happening? What's really happening is I'm driving down the road and I'm safe. I avoided the accident. Everything's fine. I'm safe. I avoided the accident. I'm safe. And I'm driving on the road to the exact same place I was driving to before. So I could just let it go. But as long as I'm telling myself this story and I'm getting caught up in the story of how this shouldn't have happened and I shouldn't have to deal with this and people like that should be off the road and people should not be on their cell phones when there's this whole story that I might be telling myself, but it's the story that's stressing me out more than the event, right? Because the event is over. I'm safe now. I'm okay. My car's okay. Nobody got hurt. But it's the story that I keep replaying in my mind that is stressing me out. So ask yourself those two questions. Does this really matter, or is this going to matter in 5 years? And what is really happening right now? And then take the story out of it and just look at what's really happening right now.